So if you remember, previously when I tried to do like Singapore MRT 開設動画, some people have remarked about the fact that like, oh, ZBK, you need to be nicer to people. And I'm like, would you rather me, in an unfiltered manner, tell you like what's correct or what's wrong with your arguments or stuff like that? Would you rather me just unfiltered, say it straight to your face, rather than say, sayang, 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 let's use polite language, let's use keigo, let's throw it all of it in, make myself look fake? I have to play on like euphemism and a positive language. Everybody's trying to like learn about Singapore's MRT system. Well, there is correct and wrong, okay? And the reason why I come off as arrogant is because sometimes when so many people like let's say in the whole sea of people, so many people are like talking nonsense and you need to like talk some sense out of them. Sometimes you gotta be really, really assertive. And the thing is, usually I am not. But when so many people is like talking a lot of nonsense, such as like, did you know that Prince Edward Road is going to be an interchange station with like the STL, which it isn't, as proven like many, many, many times by myself. And the thing is, like, these netizens would then go around propagating more and more and more and more nonsense that goes unchecked. And whilst I have never said that like the information I've given out is like 100% accurate, but by far it is the most accurate out there. Like I have like revealed things to you guys that turn out true months or years later. And people only judge me when said information turns out to be wrong, or like internally they decided not to proceed and then they changed their plans. They only judge me when like things don't come true. But nobody can deny that like I have been producing like some of the most accurate stuff out there, regardless of whether it's like related to Singapore's buses or trains or even within Japan, because like even in my home country Japan, right, there's lots of these like weebs that talk about and like over glorify how good Japan's like railway network is, right? Without fact checking, without actually trying to live in this place, and then they go around talking their nonsense. And honestly, when you've like experienced all of this, and then you yourself have been at the receiving end of toxic people from like the bus and train communities in general, you would start to feel fed up, right? And naturally, you would want to fight back, right? To defend yourself, right? Okay, anyway, enough with the yapping. All I really wanted to say is that before you want to criticize somebody else for allegedly putting out inaccurate information, why not take a good look at yourself in the mirror? If you have ever at least attempted to give out information in the first place, or if you did, whether it's been accurate or not. Like in my previous experiences, I have had like people who lie about the existence of cameos, like they fake and they hide cameos and then they try to call out people for inaccurate information. And then what ends up happening is that all the rogues in the community, they tend to side with the douchebag more than the people that they're actually targeting. Because like in most of these communities, right, they have this like bad habit of trying to jump on the bandwagon without like actually researching what either party has actually said or not said. And yes, I get the fact that like Singaporeans, they like in terms of like bus and train enthusiasts, they tend to have like this fetish with the word predictions. And then I've even gotten comments like, "This are your predict." Like it's so grammatically incorrect to the point whereby, oh my god, like I don't even care if like this comment was made by like a 12-year-old or a 32-year-old. I don't give a crap. Okay, like okay, yes, I do understand. You guys have a fetish with this word, and I do know that your education system doesn't really reward people for thinking outside the box and having critical thinking in general, and people like y'all only know how to say yes and just guess baselessly. You can make a guess, Nothing wrong with it. You can use your imagination or try to cook up scenarios. Nothing wrong with it. But if you want to try to sell it as a somewhat accurate, you gotta at least be able to like back it up. You cannot just like throw around, these are my predictions, and just call it a day, right? So it's more of like the number of times that I have been right because I have been fed the correct information. People don't bat an eyelid. But when I'm wrong, they start all jumping on me and start blaming me when I'm literally only the messenger and not the source of information. And before you try to come at me, look at your own accuracy rate versus my accuracy rate. How about that? And also, the reason why I produce like a whole 30 or 40-minute video drawing this thing from scratch is because I don't want people going around saying stuff like, this CBK is only like leeching work from other people and then trying to pass it off as his own. That's the reason why I drew this goddamn map from scratch, you idiots. Like, you guys know me, except like my own personal information or like my passwords and stuff like that, everything from start to end, I just give it to you guys unfiltered. And I don't even use scripts like I told you guys. And then, okay, as usual, right? If you want to use this, go ahead, because every single thing that I post on YouTube or whatever other like social media sites, it's free for you guys to use. If I don't want people taking it, it's simple. I don't even fucking post it online in the first place. So you don't have to like credit me because this is just an idea. And furthermore, even if it's like my own photos and videos and stuff like that, just take it if you want. You just download it, put it on your own sites, re-upload them. I don't give a shit because number one, I don't believe in gatekeeping stuff. The moment I post it online, it's all yours. That's what I believe in. And frankly speaking, not many people will say this, but in my case, I don't need the credit. I don't want the credit. I just want people to be able to have a data bank or something, like just have full access, freely use it. Even though I'm the one putting in the effort, but it's alright. I just want everybody to be able to access or learn stuff from it. And I don't want to gatekeep. So this screen or whatever, screen cap it all you want, take it for yourself. Use it all you want, because I never ever impose copyright, and in fact, like I'm way too lazy to apply for the Creative Commons license thingy. Like, just take it. Because to be honest, I think copyright is only for losers or people who are trying to make money, or both. Just my opinion. So whilst I respect other people's work, I'm just saying, in the case of myself, you are free to use whatever I post. So yeah, just putting it out there. In case I get comments like, "Hey CBK, can I use your video? Can I take screen caps of your YouTube videos or what?" I don't give a crap. Just take it. Just take it. And I realized, right, I haven't finished this, so I gotta continue this. I forgot to draw like the drunk pier section. So I'm supposed to like do it like this. And then cross-line line, there is after Jurong Lake District is gonna be to the south of like Yuanqing Road. I know the alignment is crap, but they have to make the line curve downward, so have to compromise. So yeah, Taman Jurong. Okay, Taman Jurong Pier, which is supposed to be here. I think this works, right? Yeah. So yes, this one's supposed to be West Coast, and then there's supposed to be like some Pandan reservoirs like near Taban Gardens, or was it JRL? I forgot, but anyway, it's supposed to be West Coast. Then there's like Jurong Lake District. I don't know if there's Taban Garden. I forgot. Just go check like the crossline line Wikipedia page or something. Okay, Jurong Lake District. Yeah, Taman Jurong. Jurong Pier, and then it's supposed to have one more, which is Benoi, and then Gauss Circle. So Gauss Circle, I put it somewhere around here. So it should be all right. And then, okay, there is no Tuas South extension because, as I've mentioned previously, we didn't know if it was like going to be East-West Line or JRL extension. But now that they have rejected it and they have plans to replace it with like a BRT kind of thing, so it's no longer going to be a thing. Tuasport 248 is going there, like bus service 248 is going to amend there, and other than that, Tuas South extension is just going to be a BRT kind of thing. I don't know what kind of BRT it's going to be, but yeah. So I believe this map should be done. East-West Line, I've covered everything. North-South Line, Northeast, Circle Line, Sentosa Branch, which I don't know if it's going to be a end-to-end line or a bidirectional loop line, but I'm just putting it as a bidirectional loop line because I like hexagons and it looks better anyway. So Circle Line, Downtown Line, TL, and then there's the RTS link, which I didn't show. TL, JRL, I'm pretty sure this is like the entire line. CRL, which should be complete. The LRTs, STL, which, anyway, this black line above, like I said, I don't know whether this section is ever going to materialize, but please don't take this one too seriously. I just included it in for fun. But this portion over here from Seletar Airport might be STL as well. So it's like, STL is going to be very long, which means it's going to have minimum 4 cars or 6 or something. I don't know, but yeah. STL should be done as well. I think pretty much everything in this map, yeah, it should be complete. Now all I have to do is like, yeah, do this, cut, and then I will paste it as an image so I can decrease the size a little bit. Because I need space to finish this hexagon. So this part is supposed to be Sentosa. So there's no more Sentosa monorail in the future, so this is how it's supposed to look like. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit in case because my phone is stupid, so that you guys can properly screen cap this if you want to. And for now, I'm just going to give you the sorry. Give me a moment. Okay. And I'm just gonna give you the plot points in case you wanna like try this for yourself. Again, if you want to use this, right, feel free to. You don't have to credit me. I don't want and I don't need the credit. Because all I'm concerned about is putting out stuff that's like accurate to the best of my ability based on what I have heard. Okay, so just to show you guys the plot points. This one isn't entirely accurate, but as in like the green is supposed to cut over here, but whatever. This entire thing here is supposed to be Pasir Ris. This one is Tampines. This one is Tanah Merah over here. This one is Expo. This one over here is Sungai Bedok. This over here is Changi Airport Terminal 5. And terminals 2 and 3 is supposed to be here. It's not going to interchange with anything. So T5 is going to be the interchange. Okay, I just need a mental note. This one is Pongo, this one is Sengkang, this one over here on up top is Pongo Coast. This one is Riviera. This one, I'm not sure if STL is designed to actually touch Fernvale or not, like if it's going to be an interchange here, but I'll leave it open to interpretation, so I'll just leave it as it is. This one's supposed to be Seletar Airport over here. Okay, where else have I not done? Okay. Okay, so this one is Hougang, this one is Serangoon, this is supposed to be Lorong Chuan, and then the thing between STL and CRL, this is Tavistock. I've heard a lot of people saying Serangoon North, but the provisions are at Tavistock. If they decide not to use the provisions at Tavistock, then I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So this is supposed to be Tavistock. And then this one over here, it's not geographically accurate or anything, but this is I mean, most maps are not geographically accurate. So this is Boon King. Supposedly, this is MacPherson. This is Paya Lebar. This one is supposed to be Kallang. This is supposed to be Stadium. This is supposed to be Tanjong Rhu. This one, I'm not sure if it'll intersect at all. Let's just take it as Bendemeer if it intersects. I have no idea. Where? Okay. Okay, then Ang Mo Kio, Bishan, Newton, Little India. There's no intersection here. Bugis, this is Promenade, Bayfront over here. And then this whole thing is Marina Bay. Dhoby Ghat minus downtown line, of course, because it's supposed to be Bencoolen over here. This is Dhoby Ghat, City Hall, Raffles Place. Where else have I not? Stevens, Botanic Gardens, King Albert Park. Caldecott, Bright Hill, Woodlands, Woodlands North, which is where RTS is. Bukit Panjang, Sungai Kadut. I think it's Sungai Kadut. This is the acronym for it. Chua Chu Kang, Chinatown. I know this one is a little off, but this is supposed to be Outram Park. Bad design, unfortunately. Harbourfront, the STL and NEL over here, they are not supposed to intersect, so there's no intersection over here. The reason why it's so far apart is because they need space to put the TL stations, like Maxwell, for example. This one's Marina South Pier, but I don't know if STL is actually going to intersect North-South line at Marina South Pier. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, this is Tanjong Rhu. I've already said this. Okay. Kent Ridge, Buena Vista, West Coast, Clementi, Maju. This is supposed to be Tengah, if I'm not mistaken. Jurong East, Bahar Junction, Boon Lay, Jurong Pier, Gao Circle. Have I settled everything? Okay, it's just STL. Okay, got it. Bukit Panjang, Sungai Kadut, yeah. Then the plot points for STL. Tengah, Bukit Batok, Maju. Okay, here's the thing. If they are really adventurous, you know, One North and Dover, right? They could choose this one, but from Maju they would have to like curve in a really extreme manner. The more natural alignment would be Holland Village and Commonwealth, which there should be an unpaid link, and then Over here, this is Keppel. It's not Prince Edward Road, it's Keppel. And then this is supposed to be GSW, Greater Southern Waterfront. You can just shorten it to Waterfront Station like what my commenters have told me. I don't think there's supposed to be an intersection here, but yeah. As in like an interchange station here. Have I missed out anything? Kallang Bunking Stadium, Tanjong Rhu, Lorong Chuan, Tavistock, quote unquote Fernvale or Jalan Kayu, and then Seletar Airport. Okay. And then this one over here is going to be Prince Edward, which is where your main circle line and your Sentosa branch line are going to intersect. Whether it's a loop or it's an end-to-end line, I don't know, but I'm just here to tell you the intersection points. So this is the only 90% plus accurate future Singapore MRT map there is out there. If you see anybody else attempting this, you know that they are wrong because they did not take into consideration of like what the actual internal plans are. So yeah, again, if it's an imaginary map, you can just make your own. Go ahead. But if you want it to be accurate, mine is the one and only accurate one. No other accurate map exists online. Okay, just end disclaimer. If you want it accurate, right, cut away this section. Ignore this section. Not the LRT line, but cut away this section. I only put it like this because it looks nicer. Just so you know.